Well, hello, and oh my goodness, how did this happen? We've actually got to 10,000 subscribers. I cannot believe it. I've been tracking the numbers for a while, and I was so excited to see my subscriber numbers go into 5 digits and then willing it not to go down again, because occasionally it happens about once a week. I don't know if people decide to unsubscribe en masse, or YouTube or Google do this cleanup where they take off any accounts that they've decided are dead or and stuff, but it'd be going along tickety-boo, and then suddenly I lose 10 subscribers at a time just in 1 hour. I think my record was losing 42 subscribers in 1 hour somehow, which I think was a big cleanup of account. It's like, yay, good numbers, and then what's happened? Anyway, I'm doing this video because I wanted to say thank you so much to everybody that's subscribed, that's written a comment, that's watched the video, that's thumbed up or even thumbed down. I really do appreciate it. It really helps massively with what I do. And I really need to give an extra special thank you for my Patreon supporters. It's really helped out. The little bit of extra income I'm getting from there has allowed me to keep going and do the videos I want to do and try and make interesting and fun things for people to watch. I hope so anyway. Thank you, Patreon people, you are rock stars. But also thanks as well to people who have clicked on the affiliate links, bought t-shirt, just thrown PayPal money at me. Amazing stuff, and I'm really humbled by the whole thing. Really, thank you. Now, the best thing about getting a big milestone number is my daughter goes and makes me something, and this time she has awarded me with a bronze play button and a little certificate which I will put up with my 5,000 that she's given me. I love it when she makes me stuff, it's completely awesome. So I've officially been doing this since February full time, and by this I mean YouTube and drone stuff and RC stuff in general. So I thought I'd just bring you up to date with what I've been doing and how it's been going, because it was a kind of a big deal to leave my secure, although boring and soul-destroying job and do this. So yeah, I thought I'd bring you up to date with what's happening. So a question that's often asked is, oh well, of course, if you start doing your hobby as work, then your hobby becomes work, thus you get bored of it and you wish you were doing something else. In my experience, no, not at all. I'm absolutely loving what I do. Every day it's like, oh, what am I going to do today? I'm going to look at my whiteboard of ideas and fun things to do and try and figure out how to do some of that and film it and create it and do whatever. It's fantastic. I think one thing that FPV and RC and associated things has going for it is it's not a fixed technology. So if I was like taking a plane and flying it in circuits around a field and doing the same thing every day, yeah, I think that would be boring. But in FPV we get new cameras, new VTXs, new technology, new things on flight controllers, different ways of doing things, different flying things. There's always something to poke about with and test out and see how it compared to the last one, and really get involved and interested in what it is. And fortunately I can do that and bring the results to you guys, and some of you watch it, which is awesome. So yeah, definitely not boring. No. There's not a boring thing about it. I'm always constantly full of things to do. I never have enough time in the day to do all of them. And I've literally never worked so hard but never enjoyed doing what I'm doing so much. It's that old adage about something like a man who enjoys his work never works a day in his life, or something like that, because basically I'm playing around, but that's kind of my job. I heartily recommend it. I'm still doing some work for magazines. I was really pleased to get a cover image on the Drone magazine recently. That's my little Jet RC Sparrow, the little 3-inch that I absolutely loved, and they used it on the cover, which I was really thrilled for. I'm involved in a podcast called LDO, Let's Drone Out. I don't know if you guys have seen that. You should check it out, and I will put some links there. I love doing it. I love hanging out with the guys that are on there. I love talking to the guests. They get some amazing guests on who I wouldn't have got to talk to in any other ways. And I get to do things like prove that I am not Chad Kappa. It seems to be some running comment that people often put, are you Chad Kappa? We've got glasses, we've got great hair. But no, and we appeared on the same podcast and I could prove that we were different people. Although he might be my American doppelganger, who knows. And LDO's on a Thursday at 8 PM and it's broadcast live on YouTube, and then it's like on iTunes and stuff, you can get hold of it. Now, I'll be honest, sometimes it descends into utter chaos and madness and has nothing to do with drones whatsoever, but just occasionally it's on topic and it can be insightful. Anyway, please check it out if you haven't already. Now, other people, one of their comments about when I tell them what I do is like, aren't you lonely? And doing LDO has helped me build up my little peer group of guys that do similar things to me, and I had a chance to meet most of the guys I've spoken with over things like Skype or Google Hangouts in person. Guys like Painus360 and Andy RC, NJ Tech, other guys. And the great thing is when you meet up with guys that are doing things similar to what you're doing, and let's face it, what I do is fairly niche, and it's so nice because I can talk about subjects to them which other people don't get. And there's a huge amount of reassurance I get when I sort of tell them like worries I have or things that are happening. And each and every one of them I've had separate conversations with, and they've been absolutely super nice and just great people. And it's so nice just to have this small group of people I can bounce stuff off of if I really need to, if I'm stuck, if I need some advice on something. They've all been great. So my home life as well has been super duper. Obviously my work-life balance is very much balanced toward life at the moment, so I've been able to easily do all the school run stuff and take my daughter to like orthodontist appointments and stuff, no matter what the time. It's not a problem. The only thing I occasionally do is turn into a 1950s housewife when I'm involved in doing like the housework and the cooking every day. Sometimes I sort of like, you guys have just wandered in here, you've plonked your stuff down in my lovely clean environment and you're messing it up. Does anybody even say thank you for this lovely meal I've prepared? And then I kind of realise what I'm doing and I manage to take it back down a notch. There's a weird situation. And the future, well, more of the same and little bits of different stuff as well. One thing that's happening here at the UK at the moment is the weather is finally picking up, and I'm going to use that to carry on flying as much stuff as I can. I've had a bunch of projects that I tried doing during the winter, and you know, when you're doing experimental builds, sometimes they crash, and I was getting slightly fed up of pulling them out the mud and having to go home and clean them in great effort. So now it's finally drying out, and I cross my fingers here, because sometimes summer is the 2 days in May. Other times we get a proper, you know, couple of months of decent weather. Hopefully I'll be able to dust all these old things off and get back to them. So in the near future, perhaps less of the traditional reviews I've been doing and a few more of my own builds and revisiting stuff and trying to do a few wacky things, see what I can make fly and things like that, really. Just have a bit of fun with it while I've got the time. And of course try and meet up with some of the friends I have and people that I met at the shows and things like that to try and get involved and do a bit of fun flying with some other people. That'd be really good too. So yes, well, thanks once again everybody subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, of course, don't forget there's a subscriber. Hang on, I've got to realise what side I will appear on. This side, I think. There's like subscribe button here, and there's that bell thing that everybody goes on about, and you can, you know, there's links down here for Patreon and t-shirts and stuff. Please click all the buttons and the things and, you know, stuff, what everybody says. That would be really helpful. But yeah, sincerely thanks very much for everybody to getting me for 10k, and I will aim to reach more numbers. I'm not putting a number on the next milestone, but exciting milestones ahead, I hope, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Well, you've made it to the end of the video, so thanks once again for watching. If you like what you saw, then please consider subscribing, and if you really like what you saw, then be sure to check out the link to my blog for a variety of ways in which you can help support this channel.